What's good, y'all? My name is Dylan Green, and this is Real Notes, a space dedicated to blurring the cultural and artistic lines between rap and film. I'm here to chop it up with everyone from rappers and producers to journalists and video directors about their relationship to movies and how, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is Texas singer, rapper, and producer Liv. We spoke about Reasonable Doubt, CB4, The Legacy of Charlie Murphy, Team America World Police, Eve's Bayou, Jason's Lyric, Toni Morrison's Beloved, the work of Ari Aster, our favorite rap comedy skits, how she was inspired by the horror film Ganja Hess, and the creative process behind her latest album, Girl in the Half Pearl. Come fuck with us. What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to Real Notes. I may or may not be getting sick. I have no idea yet. I'm at the point where we're playing my least favorite game in the world. Is it dry throat or is it sore throat? It's my least favorite game of all time. But we're here. It's snowing in Jersey. It's cold, but we stay hot. My name is Dylan Green, CineMasai. Got a lot of names, do a lot of shit, move around a lot, and just like every week, we're joined by somebody else who has a lot of names, does a lot of shit, moves around a ton. Fucking Dallas's finest, fucking singer, songwriter, producer. I imagine someone who woke up this morning and mixed the maca with the ashwagandha. I don't know if she actually did it, but
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I will not be ruining the souls of people this morning.
You said, sorry, you cut out. You said absolutely not?
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Mixing the mako.
Kevin Gates is a fucking animal. But we got Liv in the house today. Fucking Girl in the Half Pearl out now. Been out for a couple weeks. It's fucking crazy, gas, good, dope, whatever other word you want to use for it. Liv, thank you so much for being here. I was telling you off camera, but it really means the world. Thank you so much.
Oh, bro, thank you for having me, for real. I'm very appreciative.
No, I really appreciate it. Yeah, like you've been going crazy forever, and it's just really nice to see you have this moment where everyone's just like, "Who's Liv?" So I'm just happy to have you here on my dumbass podcast to talk about movies and shit.
It's not dumb at all. Thank you for having me. I ain't really been on a podcast, I don't think.
Oh shit!
Talk it up.
Yeah, let's go. Firsts are cool over here. So yeah, let me ask you the same question I ask everybody who comes on here. What was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Strong opinion? Damn. Okay, so you got me right there because I was about to tell you some other shit.
You can tell me whatever you want, honestly. Like whatever works.
I mean, I don't have no strong opinion about it, but this nigga Pink Seafood did just come to my crib last night and made me watch 6 hours worth of Spider-Man movies. So yeah, kind of fucking with that. That's cool. What I'm trying to think, what did I watch last? I feel like I've been watching TV shows more so, just to like see how niggas is writing and stuff. Like I've been watching a lot of shit like that. But probably the last thing that hit me like, yeah, it was like, what was that lawyer show that was on Netflix and it was with the black lady? And it kind of reminded me of Lucky, never mind, because I'm not even gonna remember the name right now. But it was one of these like rich black women shows.
Not How to Get Away with Murder.
No, not that. I would remember that. But it's a newer one. It's a newer one. But it's just one of them shows where some very rich black woman has a great job and a great house and a cool little problem in her love life. I don't know, just some shit like that. It was cute. I don't know. I was like, yeah, right. Those are the type of problems I want. I want those type of problems. Oh, I'm so wealthy. I don't have to worry about that. I just need to worry about.
I just gotta make sure I make this 3:00 lunch and shit. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta go make sure I'm about to go win this case. I already know that. Like that show, it was just like nothing, like shit was happening to her, but it wasn't like no fuck up where she was just like crashing. You feel me? It wasn't like damn. It was just like, oh damn, like my husband's kind of boring. I might fuck this other nigga, can't lie. Oh, this is a nigga I used to help back in the day when I did this, and I got him off with like a little bit of time, and he got out now, and now I'm like, damn, what's up? Like the show, I don't know. That was just like, all right, yeah, like this is some normal ass like shit. I love this. I ain't really been trying to be too opinionated over movies right now. I feel like being critical right now. I just need to take a breather real quick. That's how
I feel you.
All right, wait.
No, I feel you. Sometimes it's cool to just watch shit. Like you don't always gotta have like, I mean, you could have thoughts about it, but it doesn't always need to be like, oh, like this didn't work. Like sometimes it's just cool.
It wasn't like this. Like, oh God. I know it wasn't. Like duh, it's not gonna be a lot of new shit is not gonna be what you probably need it to be, but it's gonna be what they could give at the moment. So it's just like, all right, bro, like, well, what are you working with? Is it captivating enough? Like that's what I'm thinking.
Right. See,
lots of shit out
you sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying lots of shit out there.
Right. It's no, it's funny you say that because I just I want to say for the first time in at least a decade, I watched CB4. You ever see CB4, the Chris Rock movie?
It's great, yeah. Right?
Yo, it's horribly what?
Horribly great, like horribly amazing.
Yeah. I like at first, like there's so much I like about it. There's so much that's funny and fun and just like looks really cool. But I kind of caught myself being like, this isn't like 100% like the best written thing I've ever seen, but it's funny and it's just what I needed to watch right now. Like I was literally on Tubi just surfing and I was like, I haven't seen CB4 in a while. Let me just watch this. Like, and I just threw it on. And
Tubi is that shit. Tubi is really where I be at, and that's why I feel like my critical thoughts kind of dissipated because I was like, yeah, I'm killing right now. I'm watching the most mid shit. Or I'm watching really cool shit. Like they got some cool animes on there and shit. But like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like CB4 though, yeah, very corny. But also LOL, like
yeah,
young Chris Rock flick.
Yeah, that and like I didn't realize that was Charlie Murphy's like first movie ever. Because like in the credits, it's like, and introducing Charlie Murphy is Gusto. Wow. I was like, what? Like, so yeah, so like that was. Like that blew me a bit. I was like, wow, like the first one, like
ever, nigga.
Yeah, like, and he did that shit too. Like he was crazy in it. Like he might have been my favorite part.
He was studying. He knew exactly what. I feel like he always knew exactly what to do though. Is there a movie where Charlie Murphy didn't play a character that was like not close to himself? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll be thinking about.
Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the movies Charlie Murphy's been in because it's like too many to even count right now. But like, son, he's anytime he shows up, he just he's someone who's just like dead who he is, But like he's just funny, like his presence, like the way he says shit is just funny. Like it just works.
It's crazy, bro. That RIP, bro.
For real, son. Like it doesn't. Like I was watching CB4 and just him doing this thing, and it took me about halfway through the movie to remember that he was dead. Like I was just like, he's just not here.
That's boo as fuck, bro. Like RIP all our black soldiers in comedy.
God damn. Like like between him and I was watching the Bernie Mac show not too long ago too and shit. Just like.
Yeah, Bernie was going in too. Bernie always was going in for sure. Bernie definitely fucking mom heads.
Yeah, I was talking.
It's fucked though.
What'd you say?
I said the TV show was actually funny as fuck though, for sure.
Yeah, the show was great. The show was I was telling somebody recently that the show is kind of like I like you know how every sitcom nowadays is like a fucking like they make it like a documentary and they're like filming everybody and they do like the little asides like it's like a
Yeah.
reality TV thing like the Office type shit. Like the
Uh-huh.
Bernie Mac show was doing that before like
That
all those
is
other shows
true.
were, like all of them.
That is true. But it was just his perspective every time. That's so funny. That's great.
Yeah.
Such a
Yeah,
smart.
nah, man. For real. For real.
I don't know.
Like, damn.
Black people
So
run the
nah,
world.
yeah. You already know what it is. Like like we're here. People don't think about it until 20 years later. They do the
Right.
retrospectives, and it's like, oh, like this is like, oh, like this is the thing. It's like, well, you could have said that like when it first started too. Like it's a, you know,
Niggas
it
never.
don't cost it don't cost nothing to show a nigga love, nigga. Nah.
It really don't though. It really fucking don't though. But it be costing niggas pride. That's what it be costing.
Mm,
I guess.
yeah, pride might as well be money to people, bro. Honestly,
Yep.
like,
And yeah, I'm trying to think of the other thing. No comment. Yep. I hear.
nah, you're good.
No comment.
Right. What's it called? So for you, what's the first movie experience you can remember having? It could be at the theater, it could be at your cousin's house, wherever. Like the first thing that comes to mind.
Watching the OG Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh damn.
Really enjoyed that. Or like it was that and like watching actually I have a couple of them. I have a couple of them that like really like I remember them. Or like I'm like, yeah, I remember that movie. It was definitely the Turtles movie. It was definitely some movie. I don't really remember what it was. It could have been Monsters Ball, honestly. I might have watched it with my family. It was like me, my mom, my dad, my brothers and shit, and we was watching it. And I just remember them being like, close your eyes.
I'm gonna say, how old were you watching Monsters Ball? That shit is crazy.
I remember being like, close your eyes. But of course I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Like I was just
right.
like, I don't know, It was cute though. What else? Oh, and then probably when I was like 8 or something, I probably watched Team America.
World Police.
Yeah, I think I watched Team because my brother had the DVD and I had the TV with the DVD player and the shit, and I was like, let's go. Finally got to watch that shit to myself. Was he getting Cosmic Brownies whole box? Just goofy shit.
Shout out to Lil Debbie. That's crazy.
High key, bro. Them bitches used to slap. They don't slap the same though. I ain't had one in a long time, but probably because you just get older and you be like, this shit is nasty.
Taste buds change too, son.
That's true, but I feel like they also be changing ingredients and shit. Like, if you didn't want that thing,
yeah, nah. I was talking to my homie about Dunkaroos last week and how like they don't taste this, like how the cookies don't taste the same as they used to. I think they taste fine and the icing still tastes the same. That's the important part to me. Like the Dunkaroos icing.
Yeah, but when you notice the change in the product, it's just like,
yeah,
you've been compromised. It sucks. Them Cosmic Brownies a bit different. I remember how different they used to be. But I'm also like, maybe my body was just way pure at the time. And now I'm like, now I can tell like too much sugar or like too processed of food.
Mm-hmm.
Can't handle it no more. I'm like,
You know what still goes crazy? Fucking you ever have zebra cakes before? The other Little Debbie shits. I love zebra cakes.
Yeah. I probably like a few times though. I feel like something about them was just off. It was just off. It was like maybe it's just because of how big it was. Like it was always big as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, because in like the single packs, because like in the single packs, they're like as big as my fist.
Type
and
shit.
It was like, crazy.
Just why would I want to bite? Like it's not. I don't know. But also,
like a
I feel
big ass, yeah.
people be having like big mouths.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you know, no, I feel like Gordon Ramsay was also like, why would you make a fucking burger that's bigger than you? You feel me? It shouldn't be bigger than your fist because you can't even put your fucking fist in your mouth.
Right. Some people
And
can.
like
I
Gordon
can't, but
fucking silly. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to overextend my jaw in order to bite down on a piece of anything?
right. Like, like especially a burger, because the burger is meant to be eaten in your hands. Like if
You
you
know,
gotta
like
cut the shit up,
you gotta
you
smash
already that's a
burger down. If you gotta smash your burger down before you put that shit in your mouth, like damn, like you just like I don't know. I just don't get it personally, but whatever. America, fuck yeah, right?
right. Yeah, America, fuck yeah, exactly.
Fuck yeah, like here.
They fucking blew up Mount Rushmore. That's the only thing I remember about that movie is that they blew up Mount Rushmore, and then like
Bruh,
Kim Jong-il
the
sings a song.
fact you're forgetting the many things that happened in that movie is insane because it was so many parts to that. Go rewatch that.
It's so funny because I've been meaning to. I saw it somewhere and I was like, damn, it's been like 15 years since I watched fucking Team America. I kind of fell off the Matt Stone, Trey Parker train for a while because like I used to like South Park too, so I just got burnt out on it and I just didn't think about it for a while. But it's been enough time. It's been
Yeah,
enough time.
feel me? It does take a long time. I couldn't watch South Park for a while my damn self. Like it's like, all right. Same with Family Guy though, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, thanks. Thank you for your service. It was great. It was funny. I laughed my ass.
Yeah, no, I haven't been caring about Family Guy and even longer. I like I'll be scrolling on TikTok and see people like with the they'll have like the episode playing next to like a game or like on top of a game. It's a that's crazy. B, I see the new clips and I'm like, I don't need this in my life anymore. Like I'm cool, you
Yeah,
know.
it's kind of, all right. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's still funny to some people though.
Yeah, it is, you know.
I mean,
I got
fair.
yelled at a couple times for saying that. Yeah, you know, people were like, "What do you mean?"
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Nobody's
it
allowed
is.
to have their own opinion. Nobody's allowed to like anything different. You better like what I like or else.
Like, hey, man, whatever people like, fuck it, you know. That's just kind of where I'm at. Like, do your thing.
How it has to be. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Unless you just want to be stressed about unnecessary shit.
Right. Totally. But for you, I mean, like as you grew up and started to do more shit, was there a movie that kind of made you fall in love with like, or maybe not even fall in love, but just kind of like stopped you in your tracks and was just like, oh, like this is a movie, like something, not even so much in like an artful sense, but just something that like touched you and kind of resonated as something that more than just like a piece of entertainment, you know?
Mm-hmm. Probably it's 3 movies that come to mind. Eve's Bayou.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
Jason's Lyric. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's so weird, honestly, to me, because it's like all the things that are happening. I have no relation to that. You feel me? But I'm like, damn, the whole shit is just like, what's the third one I'm trying to think of? Oh, it was right there. Beloved.
Do I not know Beloved? I don't think I know what Beloved is.
Beloved is a book written by, hold on, no, because I'm about to do that.
I feel you. You remember when the movie came out?
No, it's old as fuck. It's a Toni Morrison book.
Okay.
It's really crazy, actually. It's really crazy. The movie came out.
Is the book is the book like a narrative, or is it just like a book of essays, or?
It's a narrative. Oh my God, why don't they have the IMDb shit? That's crazy. Whoa. Because this is a whole film. Oh, that's why, because movie versus book. Okay, Beloved, it came out the year I was born, 1998.
Crazy.
Oprah's in that shit. Who else is in that shit? Danny Glover, Dandy Newton. Feel me? Like some people in that house.
Damn, I'm like mad I haven't heard of this shit.
Yeah, so like if you got Peacock, you could watch that shit. Probably for the free. But it was a crazy book about like a lady that had a baby. I guess the baby died, but it haunted the house. And then the whole shit is like this woman is born out of this fucking swamp, or she just like gains consciousness in this water, and then she comes out of this sludge and shit, and then she's like, it's just think of Thandie Newton doing all this shit though. She comes out of this sludge, and like it's just like it's kind of dark, and it's given like post-slavery a little bit, and it's like, all right, but it's not like, oh, this shit is dark, but it's just like, oh fuck, this shit is crazy. It's almost like some sci-fi shit a little bit. I mean, not sci-fi, but like it's dealing with like poltergeist. Shit. But yeah, I don't know. Shit crazy. I just remember watching that and being like, what the fuck? Like, and then reading the book later on, I was like, yo, the book was crazier because then, like, you feel me, you let your mind do the imagination, which not will have. Sorry to say, crazy.
How far apart did you see the movie versus reading the book?
Pretty far apart. Yeah, it was pretty far apart. I had to like, sometimes I have to want to read the shit because it be taking me a while to gain the want. Because I'll read a section, like 10 chapters of a book, and then I'll be like, all right, I think I get it. It's kind of fucked up. I need to stop doing that shit actually, because I actually never know what happens at the end. But yeah, it probably took me like 6 years. Say like 6 years, some shit. I just started
like in between or to finish the book?
No, in between.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a pretty small book, actually. Good though, very good.
No, I've been meaning to tap into a lot more Toni Morrison stuff. I got a big ass pile of books I got to read at some point, but like because like right now I'm trying to get to Assata Shakur's biography. It's been sitting in my shelf for like a year and a half, and I've been like, I need to read this. Like, I'm gonna get to that at some point.
Damn, I feel that.
But what about Eve's Bayou and Jason's Lyric? Because I don't think I don't think I talked about either of those on here yet. So like, what was it about Eve's Bayou and Jason's Lyric that really hit you?
Okay, Eve's Bayou, I just felt like the way that they built the narrative, the way that they the narrative. I just fuck with that. It was like a big family, and like it was based in. I don't even know what the shit was based in. It could have been Georgia, honestly, but it also
I don't remember.
Louisiana or some shit. You feel me? It could have been either of those. But I just fucked with how it was kind of like a perspective of like the younger sibling, and like what she thinks happened and shit, and like what she thinks is happening. I don't know. I think it's just built around her shit, and I just fuck with the fact that like I don't fuck with none of the facts. I just fuck with the cinematography specifically, and also the people. I feel like they casted that shit very well. I think that's one of the things that captured me because it's like, damn, yeah, y'all did that. Y'all did that, number one. And the storylines behind each character and shit is like very well built out. Like the auntie. Oh hell. Phone died. Like the auntie that keep like losing her husband. Like all her husbands be dying.
Yeah.
That I don't know, that should just be crazy. Like, yeah. Or not be crazy, but like yeah. Beating my eyes right now. But yeah, I just thought it was like an interesting perspective. Like I be fucking with films like that. Like this is gonna sound kind of fucked up, but I'm gonna get to Jason Statham too. But the way Ari Aster chose to use a black family for Strange Things About the Job.
Oh my God, son.
Like the fact that he chose that narrative is like so weird. It's weird because he's white, but it's also like, yeah. What the fuck? Like I would have never ever thought of anything like that. You feel me? Like what? Like what? What kind of what? Has, like, is this a real thing? Like, does this really happen? I don't know. I don't want to know that.
Yo,
but you know, just shit like that. I'm like, okay, shit that you probably just wouldn't think of, or like shit that nobody talks about out loud. I think those are kind of like leaning towards. There we go. Now I'm getting to the point. But yeah. Same with Jason's lyric though. I feel like Jason's lyric was also shot very beautifully. I loved all the different perspectives, like the perspective of this gentle woman that just work at the store and she like meet this nigga. This nigga got all these fucking problems, and now you see it's like you seeing like I feel like people be making movies off of people's lives. You feel me? And like hella people can just relate. And it's just like, damn, it's like, yeah, no, either I know somebody that's going through something similar to this, or I'm going through something similar to this. Like, same with Eve's Bayou, I guess. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody has dealt with this and with that situation, and of course, in multiple ways. You feel me? I don't know about doing voodoo. I don't know about nobody that's done voodoo. But you feel me? It's like shit like that. I'm just like, yeah, that's a crazy perspective. I like anything about perspective. I think it's just like, but all film is about perspective, damn near.
I get what you mean, though. You know, just like something that really like hones in on like someone else's in a way that like really connects with you, or just like makes you think, you know, and like just like, and you know, Jason's lyrics a great example of that, because I've been thinking about or I haven't been thinking about it, but like until just now. But like Bokeem Woodbine's whole shit that he goes through in Jason's lyric, like his whole story is just like
what the fuck?
I just
and then this nigga is your brother. And I'm like, don't that nigga get hopefully well, if nobody watches this movie, you better start listening right now. But don't that nigga get shot? Like
like at the very end at the very end of the movie he gets he gets shot. Right? Damn.
Like
maybe I need
the light skinned nigga, what I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
I can't remember either. But yeah.
But he gets shot, right?
I think shit, I can't remember now. Oh no.
And it's just like she was supposed to leave or something. And they were supposed to leave together or something.
Yeah. Shit. Nah, this is killing me. I gotta look it up. What'd you say?
Or she gets shot. Either somebody gets shot in that at the end.
Let me see. No, he kills himself. He kills himself.
Huh?
I think. Wait a minute.
Like somebody got shot. Either she got shot or he got shot. It was just a sad ending because they were supposed to, like, you feel me, go away with each other. They were supposed to live their whole life together, etc. And then somebody dies to where that can't happen no more, and the movie just ends. It's like, all right, fuck it.
Right. I guess this is a reason for me to go back and rewatch Jason's Lyric now. But
traumatized myself once again with that film. It's same shit with Baby Boy, you feel me? Like, Baby Boy is a fucking great, horrible movie at the same time. You feel me? It's like, like, cause I feel like it's so many people in LA that actually live that life for real. Like, for real skis. And men in general. And people in general. Cause it don't even just be that. But like, damn, that shit is just, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. But at least
a good movie like that in a minute though. You feel me? Like, it's been a minute.
Yeah, but at least fucking Baby Boy had like a decent-ish ending. Like the only, like, ish, you know, like it was kind of sad to see that, like, Jody had to kill Snoop to become a man or whatever the fuck, and like, you know, like do everything and be a killer just like Henry was, you know, like that kind of sucked. But you know, he turned out fine. Him and him and Taraji are doing their thing. They're about to have another kid. I hope Jody figured his shit out. That's all I know. Like
it's okay though.
Probably probably not.
He probably did. It happens.
Shit. Before we move on, you mentioned the strange thing about the Johnsons, and I've never seen the whole thing. Somebody told me what it was about, and I was like, "Yep, never watching that in my life. I'm cool," you know. But you know, like, Ari Aster did his thing, and then I was like, you know what? My curiosity,
man.
He's sick. He might need help. But
I don't know. It gets me every time. In some type of way it does. Even if it's like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? It's still like, okay, yeah, I kind of get it.
I watched it in bits and pieces on YouTube, and I was like, why did you know, like, I was like, why did you do this? You know, like you were saying before, like, why did we, you know? And then I looked it up, and he said that he just wanted to find like the most, like, button pushing controversial thing he could do. And it's like, like a black family where, like, the son rapes his dad. Like, okay, like he, like, did that specifically to be like, look at this. And it's, he, like, ever since I learned that, I was like, he's something. He's a lot.
Hopefully somebody gave him the okay for that. Somebody black gave him, like, somebody they was just like, nah, run that shit. That's gonna be crazy, bro. Hopefully he has at least 1 to 2 black people in his corner. Probably not, but
I mean, you look at that whole cast in that movie. You know, all of them said okay. So.
Right. Right.
That shit is that oh no.
I like, gosh. Like all the older people though. That's so crazy. Wait, so they really be getting the script and they be like, it's for this? I ain't really, like, I've only auditioned for a few things, but I ain't really, like, know what it was for. Like, I knew what it was for, but, like, I don't know what the real narrative is though.
Right. And then, like, you get in, and then it's just like, all right, so, like, in this scene you have this picture of your dad, and then it's like, I'm like legit at a loss for words. I don't even know. That was, you know, like, I'm a proponent of make cool shit and make people think about stuff, but, like,
yeah, that was, I mean, but thankfully that was a long time ago too, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that, like, yeah, it's still in the archive, but, like, I always place it with the timing, and I'm like, what was going on in this era right here? because we weren't here at all. So it's like, all right, like, yeah, jump scare.
Yeah, to put it lightly, son.
Yeah, shit's
Yeah.
crazy. Don't watch it.
What?
Don't watch
Yeah,
that movie.
please, like, take it from us. Don't watch it. Like, you're gonna be curious. Don't watch it. I
But
promise. You don't need to.
you know what I'm saying? Watch Hereditary. Be fucked up for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah. No, Hereditary's great. Hereditary's crazy.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think a lot of the things that were scary about Hereditary was like, just the play on emotion. Cause I'm like, you don't even have to get like big loud noises and shit, but if you play on emotion and really get niggas like feeling like bringing that trauma up or some shit, like it's like, oh fuck, like I would create a scene like when the mom was screaming at the son, like that it was kind of his fault and shit.
Yeah, at the table. Yeah, shit.
And I was like, yo, hell no.
You got to go to dark places to do shit like that too. Yeah, nah. Like, I'm a big Toni Collette fan. So like seeing her, like that's like the craziest thing she's ever done. That's the mom. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, she's the shit, Heike. That's hard. Damn.
Yeah, cause before we move on, I know Ari Aster got another movie coming in April, with Joaquin. Yeah, it's called. It's got some. It's called Beau is Afraid. I don't know what it's about. I know Joaquin Phoenix is in it, the guy who played the Joker, and
right. Hopefully he's in full health.
Hopefully he's what?
In his full health for this.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like all I know is that it involves like something like him and his mom. He's like a it's like some sort of like dream journey that he takes to like go from like his house to like go visit his mom. I think he has like unresolved trauma with her or something. It like they're being tight-lipped about what exactly it's about. It like the trailer looks cool. It looks kind of interesting, but like
the fact that they're being tight-lipped though is that's
I love that shit. I love not knowing about the whole movie before I show up.
Exactly. I don't even need nobody to tell me. I'd be like,
right.
that's it.
Nah, man. I love going into movies cold. Like, like there are like some movies where it's fine if you know everything, but like for something like that, I don't want to know. Like, give me the setup and then I'll figure out the rest. Like, I can do it.
Never know what to expect with that man anyway.
Right.
I think that's also the catch. I feel like when you know kind of the plot already, it's like, all right, like, cool, yeah. Tell me.
Same with Jordan Peele. That's why I love his movies too, because he also doesn't like he made us all guess what Nope was about. Like we didn't know it was like really.
I kind of gonna be about some damn aliens.
Like a little bit, but like
you got a fucking horse floating in the fucking air. Like, yeah, okay, clearly, like, what?
No.
I don't be feeling like it should be like, yeah, I'm you know what this is about to be. You know,
I just mean in the sense that like, yeah. So like we knew it was gonna be about aliens, but not to the because they were playing with we saw the little, remember like the costume that like the kids wore when they were fucking with Daniel Kaluuya at the thing, and like they had like the monkey outfit and the and the head, like because you see that in the trailer, and like you might think like, oh, like the movie's about like those aliens, and the movie's like not about those aliens at all, and then it's just like about this big ass like flying clam in the sky that's like actually an alien, like
a biblically accurate angel.
Right, a biblically accurate angel. Yeah, not and like and like an angel, and also like a Neon Genesis Evangelion angel at that. Like, because I think he said
watch that. That's
go watch Evangelion, son. Oh my god, Evangelion's amazing. Like, and he said, and like he said specifically that he was inspired by Neon Genesis Evangelion making Nope too. So like go watch Eva. It's crazy good. Really sad, but
okay. We can. I think I have space to be in my bag right now. It's cool.
All right. But yeah, figure that out. Like go find Eva because it's great.
For sure.
And
I'm definitely
and it's also like it's also about angels. It's weird, but it's cool. I like it.
okay. I love it.
Shit.
I wrote it down.
Hell yeah. Nah. You You gotta let me know what you think now. But fucking so like let's run to before we move on to your work proper. Let's run to when did music well I mean like music's been a part of your life forever, but like coming up, when was the first moment when you were just like, this is music and not just like some shit you hear in the background, like something that's like, oh man, like it's music. Like when did music become important to you? There we go. That's the question I want to ask.
I think it probably became important to me when I didn't realize it was becoming important to me. You know,
that's usually how it goes. Yeah.
I feel like I think one thing that I remember that made me want to focus on it was like I remember listening to something in the car with my dad or some shit, like some could have been like Earth, Wind and Fire or some shit, and he was like, "What's that bass line?" And I had to I was like, "Okay, I gotta listen to what's happening individually." And I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like, "Oh shit!" And then I'm like, "Oh, things are happening to make all of this happen." Like, and I'm like, "Okay, you got me thinking though." Like, okay, I remember that. I was pretty young when it happened, but yeah. Then I feel like I was like, okay, I'm fucking with it enough to pay attention to like what's going on if I really like it. Just be in my headphones a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was the thing though.
When did do you remember you remember when you started do you remember when you started like discovering stuff on your own, like shit that you weren't just like hearing from your parents? And like
First CD I ever got was Late Registration.
Simpler times.
Man, this shit was so fire. It really changed me. I can't lie. I was like, this is everything I love in one thing. I love comedy. I love skits. I love soul. I love hip hop. I love hip hop. Like it's just so stupid. Oh my god. I love that shit. And I'm like, oh my god. And then I love the way this nigga is riding this fucking beat. Stop playing with this nigga. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, yeah. Just swag. It just has so much swag, bro. And I was like, man, this nigga's so cool. And then I finally started seeing what he looked like. And I was like, oh. And then now that I'm older, I know that I have 2 Gemini placements, and that's why I can relate.
Two things about that. A, lifelong member of Broke Five Broke. So I feel you on the comedy bit. Like that was like, now that you mentioned that, I think that might have been the first time I recognized like what a comedy skit was on an album. Because I would play those back so many times. And like
did that shit so well. And I think that's what's his name? His last name Davis. Something Davis.
Shit. Not D-Ray Davis. Damn. Was that him too? Because I know D-Ray Davis was on College Dropout. He did those. Yeah. I used to always think that was Cedric the Entertainer until like 10 years ago.
So good.
He sounds just like Cedric, but it was damn.
He's so good. Yeah, D-Ray.
Yeah, no, he's funny as fuck. But so it was that, and what else was I gonna say? I had another thing. I just lost it. It'll come back to me. But nah, man, Late Registration. Drive Slow. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's like, regard like
gorgeously orchestrated, bro.
Yeah.
That changed me. And then I remember listening to fucking Arc. Well, no. Sorry. Oh fuck. Yeah, Arc Android.
Yeah. The Janelle album.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was gorgeous. I was like, I've never, number one, heard any Black woman. That was my first time hearing a Black woman with an orchestra.
Oh shit.
Because you feel me, I didn't like, I knew about like Ella Fitzgerald and like all the jazz legends and shit, but I didn't know about like Janelle sounds classical as fuck in that album. So I was just like, okay, like I've never heard anything like that before. And then you feel me, doing the rock shit. It's gorgeous. This is just a gorgeous put together album. It blends well. It's just like, that shit still makes me feel good. I'm like, yeah. Go crazy.
I got the wax for Arc Android somewhere over. Like I can't dig it out right now. But yeah, I love that album. I can show you. Nobody else can see it. I got a fucking Dance Apocalyptic poster on my wall, like
Come
right
on.
there. Yeah, like nah.
Shouts out.
Yeah, for real. I saw her at it was at Prospect Park in Brooklyn, like when I first started going to those free shows. Like that was when she was still doing the she was touring Electric Lady. And like I think I saw her like 5 times and she did like the exact same set, like all 5 times. I don't know how I saw her 5 times. It just happened. But like and like
sometimes how do you feel about that? How do you feel about seeing the same thing over and over?
So it's a good question because like sometimes it's cool. Like with her, she's such a good performer, and like she really put, like, or at least at that time, she put everything into that shit. So like every time it felt, I don't want to say it felt like the first time, but it was like I saw it and I was like, I've already seen this, but she did that shit. You know, like it was cool.
Hey.
Like
once again.
Yeah, like, cause like what's it? Because I had the same thing happen with who else have I seen a bunch? I've seen Danny Brown a bunch. He does like he has the like he's done the same set for like however long he's been touring. Basically, he plays like all the same songs and like it's all good. I just like I like I'm at that point where I'm like I've seen you enough where like I know like you're about to do Smoking and Drinking, you're about to do Dip, you're about to do Die Like a Rock Star, and the song about the pussy smelling like Cool Ranch Doritos. Like I know the order it's coming in, like all that shit. But like but you know, like it's like they're good enough performers that it's cool. Like I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I'll be challenged with my own self about that. I'm like,
Who's the last, how many, let me ask this again. Who's the one person you've seen more than anybody else, and how did you like it?
I don't really go to shows more than one time.
No.
To be honest, I'll be like, this is great. This is great. Unless it's like a specific tour for a specific album. Yeah, I'm like, okay, but I ain't really I don't really be going to shows. I actually need to go to way more shows, to be honest. Like, you know, like just like I don't know. I just don't be listening to enough shit. It's bad. I need to do more. Need to do more, I think.
No, I feel you. You know, like it's like it's also different when you work in music. You know, like when you like make music and shit, it can be hard to get out of your own head and just like like even for me, like as somebody who just like writes about it, like I get caught in my pockets, like like No Gas. I've been listening to Girl and the Half Pearl like since it came out, like pretty much like nonstop. Like it's been like that and like 4 other things, and like I can't pull myself away from those 5 projects.
That's really, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, now I feel like now that I dropped that shit, now I can like indulge and listen to shit. So I've been listening to things, but it's just, I don't know. I be skipping. I be skipping a lot. I be skipping a lot of shit. No shade to nobody.
No, I feel you. I saw you jamming out to Nudity earlier today. I still haven't heard the new Nudity album. I'm so mad at myself.
It's pretty good. You know, it's really dark, you feel me, of course. But
Right.
it's shit hard. I love the last song. I love I forgot what that shit called. Chicken Wing, maybe. Could have been like that. Could have been something like that. I don't know. Oh fuck, wait, I gotta look. I need to
Yeah.
quote.
What'd you say?
I said I need to be quoting shit better. Passion fruit and peaches and eggplants was good. What
That's
else?
that's like a whole song title?
Peaches and eggs. One song was passion fruit. That's the last song. Peaches and eggplants is another song with 21 Savage, and
Got
then
it.
McChicken.
Oh, because
McChicken
the
was
album's called Gumbo. That's why. I was thinking like it's all food titles. Yeah, that's why.
yeah. Nigga going stupid.
Oh, and you got a song with Key Glock? Yeah, nah, I'm gonna tap in later. I'm hyped.
Mm-hmm. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? They talk about shooting niggas and shit. Of course.
Yeah,
But
I mean, like I'll take a whole album of EAs at this point. Like if Nudie drops, I'm gonna listen. You know,
you know,
it's
I'm gonna give him at least a couple of times all the way through. Sure.
right. Shit.
Morning, bro.
Shit. So before we move a little further into the music, was there ever a period of time in life where like movies and music, where you realize that movies and music are like interconnected and like complement each other? Has that ever happened for you?
Definitely um watching anything scored by Quincy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing also is going to school and having to watch movies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't really talk about the musical aspect of a lot of it in when I was in like visual arts and shit, but I feel like I mean they did when I got to college, but like I feel like I just started to pay attention to it maybe a little bit more after that. Man, that shit hard. A little charger pulling outside, the shit purple, shit hard.
That's crazy.
Anyway, yeah. That, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like watching Color Purple, you know what I'm saying? It's shit where you got like soundtrack shit to it. I don't know. There's so many movies with soundtracks, bro. The thing that keeps popping up in my head right now is what is it called? Holy Mountain. I know
Oh wow. Yeah.
I feel like it's such a cliche movie to like drop, but like to name drop. But I'm like, that shit was hard though. I feel like I fuck with soundscapes too in general.
Mm-hmm. Like cliches are cliches for a reason. Holy Mountain is crazy. That shit like took my brain out of my head and put it in like vinegar the first time I saw it. Like I felt like a different person. So I get it.
Like
Like
working with Alchemy, we working with some like working with some narratives about Christ figure. Okay, well, it's a lot. It's a lot going on, like turning shit to gold and Alchemy. Got humongous sex robots. Like it's just like there's so many things going on. And the colorscape and like the soundscape of it all, like the stories behind all the people, like once again, you feel me?
Yeah, oh yeah, perspective. Yeah, like that whole movie's an experience, you know, like that's like this feels cliche to say, but it's less a movie and more an experience. But like it really is an experience. Like
Type of movies that you know what I really don't like this man, but I love him at the same time. It's kind of like my relationship with Larry David.
Yeah, tough one.
This man, you know, bruh, like it's just like, man, like it's annoying. It's annoying because you want his movies to not Oh yeah, I just want to not be like, oh yeah, I really fuck with Tarantino, but I'm like, damn. I was watching? What was I watching recently? Hold on, I gotta look it up. The one with Salma Hayek.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I was watching that recently. I was like, I love this movie. So good, so cute. Love it.
That whole scene in the bar, like when she first comes out, is like just like one of my favorite like character introduction moments in a movie ever.
It's just so beautiful. I'm like, wow, so many movies that you have. As much I love Django personally, I love the fact that he thought about I hate that I'm talking about Tarantino right now, but I feel you. But I love that he thought about the fact that we already have enough slave movies where none of the slaves winning.
Yeah.
Like this nigga's like, nah, we gonna kill these niggas. Blow these bitches up, blow this whole shit up. We gonna ride away in the wind with our bitch. Powers of the people. Happy Black History Month. You feel me? Like this nigga
like
crazy.
And like from him of all people too, like I have so many issues with Tarantino. Like I talked about it like 7 times on this show alone, but like he's an icon. He's made great movies. Jackie Brown's one of my favorite movies of all time. He's a weirdo. It is what it is. He makes great movies.
Hell lover.
Oh my God. I can't handle him sometimes, but he's if you ever see him do the interviews, like he does interviews in woo-wear sometimes.
In woo-wear?
Yeah, like during the I think it might have been during the Django promo, like he was like in woo-wear and like
on something about him that's so funny to me though. Like because I don't be trying to take white people too seriously. You feel me?
I feel you.
But yeah. Like we should, especially when they're, you feel me, controlling what's happening to us. That's for me. We should definitely always fight against that shit.
Yeah.
Rob these niggas of that shit. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, I be like, oh well, look at you. Like you're funny. Like, I don't know.
You ever see people who don't look real? And I mean, like they look like they don't exist. They look like they didn't exist yesterday, and they just like appeared. Like he's one of those people to me.
He's one of those. That's funny as fuck. Every day, probably too.
Like he looks like someone. He looks like somebody went into like a create a character thing in like a game and just like made a character as a joke. They were just like, we got to make his mouth like super duper thin. We got to make it look like, I don't even know. Like he like he looks like he was created. You know, I can't explain it, but like
he was. Fucking literally was. Yeah, shit different.
Yeah, I don't.
Whatever them is.
He's just, I don't know. Tarantino is something else. But shout out to Django, shout out to Jackie Brown and Inglourious Basterds. 3 fantastic movies. And shout out to Jamie Foxx, man. Always, you know, every time.
Period.
Hairline been through 6 iterations, but
you know what? Don't make fun of bro.
Nah.
Back up and take for me.
I get it.
I shut my state. In a different state, for sure.
Nah, man. He played Ray Charles. He's never gonna fail.
You feel me? Like this nigga's done a lot. This nigga's done a lot for us. He's been funny, he's been kind. I've never heard anything weird about Jamie Foxx. I don't want to hear anything weird about Jamie Foxx, so don't say it right now.
I don't got nothing weird. It's cool.
Okay. You know, I love Jamie Foxx. He takes care of his family.
Yeah.
Feel me? Like he can sing. He's very multi-talented. You feel me? He really knows how to play that piano. that piano for like Ray Charles.
Yeah. And he could do it before he became Ray too, which a lot of people didn't know. But like, yeah, he was.
You feel me? You got the Jamie Foxx show. This nigga also was on. Wasn't he on Living Color? Definitely.
Yeah, he was on Living. He was on Living Color. He's the reason. Like he's Pierre Bourne's beat tag. Like, yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? That's him from the Jamie Foxx show. Like, you know, like he's goated off of that alone. Like, you know,
Jamie. Love Jamie. So much love to Jamie for real.
Yeah, for real. Nah. Shout out Jamie Foxx. Always. And his you ever see what's it called? You ever see Booty Call with him and yeah.
You already know.
Son, yeah. Terrible movie, great movie at the same time. I have so much fun with Booty Call.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of them movies about, damn, we don't need to get into this. I feel like I need to talk to a woman about this, or I need another woman in here in this chat room with us right now for this. But I think maybe I could stand my ground. But I feel like many of us probably also feel this way though. I feel like I was raised by too many of them damn movies though. You feel me? Like peeping that shit. I'm like, I don't know. It makes me really cautious. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you. I feel you to the extent that I can feel you. You know, like that's. I get what you mean.
It made me. It also makes me. I treat other women too. You feel me? Like it made me like. I'm like, damn, like everybody looks at a woman through a male's gaze. Damn near, if you think about it.
Yeah, honestly.
And I'll be like, damn, this shit is fucked up. This is sickening. Stop it. It must stop.
Even my conditioning has been conditioned type shit.
You know? Like, it's a bit much. I'm like, wow, I have a lot to think about.
No, that's a conversation I'd love to hear, and if I'm lucky, participate in. But you know, we don't got to do that right now. Mm-mm. But let's talk about Girl in the Half World.
Yeah.
Shit. Before we even get into the music, the first thing I wanted to ask you was that you said on IG that the album was inspired by Ganja and Hess.
Yeah.
So tell me how and why, because Ganja and Hess that's a pretty goddamn deep cut. So tell me about that.
Kinda. I feel like when I watched that shit, number one, the score of that shit was just so crazy. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck was y'all coming up with this type of score in this era? On top of that, how they shot it, of course, was gorgeous. It painted a beautiful picture. And also, like, the narrative of that film was very interesting. And I like how they played on the vampire thing, but it was also played on, like, the religious aspect of it, of, like, okay, we take the blood of Christ every month and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you baptizing, you trying to wash it away and stuff. It's just, like, I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, and then he's trying to be like a good minister. I guess that's what he was. I don't know what he was, honestly, but I guess he was a minister. But he's also trying to like balance his craving. So he'll like take one nigga.
Yeah.
You take one nigga like probably per month and be like, yo, all right, I gotta take this blood. The body, like you feel me? Like the body of of my Christ right now, like is your blood. And then like I don't know, that shit was just crazy. Like not to say I'm on some like creepy shit like that, but
I get you.
I guess I am though. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? I'm like that shit is wild. Like the way they did that shit, the way they scored it, it was like listening to fucking noise, but also like it felt like a dream. I don't know. I love that. And like, I don't know. I just felt like the kind of the chaos of it, but also like the gentleness of it. Like, you feel me? They was falling in love and shit, and like it was just really like romantic, but also it was just like really dark and like, you feel me? She's trying to become a vampire and shit. Like, you feel me? And that shit is just like,
Yeah.
Wow, oh my gosh. And then like, you feel me, he turns her into a vampire though. She becomes a vampire. So it's like, how you fuck, like now she on that shit. Now she has to like deal with the weight of that craving, I guess. You feel me? Like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, it's just, you feel me? Like, that's just shit different. They snapped on that shit, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. I don't want to get too far off track, but Spike Lee remade it, I think like 5-6 years ago. It's not good, but he remade it like 5 or 6 years ago. It was called The Sweet Blood of Jesus. It's like almost like a shot for a shot remake. It's trash. I fucking hated it. But you look so disappointed.
No comment.
Yeah, nah, it's we don't got to talk about it. It's not good. The remake, Ganja and Hess is great. Really cool score. And you say all of that about how it kind of felt like a dream, and yeah, Girl and the Half Pearl does, like, it feels like a dream. Like, in the sense that like shit just kind of like bleeds into each other. Because like for me, my dreams, like sometimes I'll have like micro dreams that are like stitched together, like vignettes and shit, where it's like I'll be like walking somewhere and then I just like pop up somewhere else in like a completely different situation with like my family and then like my girl, and then like I'm like flying somewhere, and like none of them have any connection, but it's just like my brain just like it's like channel surfing. It's so fucking weird. And like this Girl and the Half Pro felt like that to me. Like, you really got that experience, and it like I connected with that.
Bro, that's awesome to know. For real. Like, damn, yeah, that was kind of the goal. I kept telling people that I was like, oh, I wanted to make me feel like I was on drugs. And I feel like everybody be taking that shit out of context, like, oh, she was on drugs. And I'm like, no, nigga. I did a few shrooms, you feel me? Of course.
Right.
But I was like, you feel me? I was smoking like
regular shit.
Bliffs. I'm not even like, I'm chilling. But, I feel like really what it is you can have an addiction to someone. You can have an addiction to something other than just a substance. You feel me? Like, and it's just crazy that people don't really consider that. You feel me? Like, I don't know. I think love addiction is a thing. Like, some people, and I feel like some of it has to do with not wanting to be alone, and then a lot of it has to do with just like craving to exercise that at all times. And it's just like but it'd be hard. It'd be hard for me. It'd be hard for me sometimes.
Right. And like on top of that, it's all serotonin. Like it's like we're all just looking for the serotonin hit, like whether it's drugs or love or like even just like drinking like a soda, like that's just like you like you like like the shit just makes you happy, like.
Yeah, I don't know, shit wild, bro.
Yeah, but I could tell, like I could tell, just like just like in the same way that like Couldn't Wait to Tell You is about love. This is about love in like a different sort of way, and it's like more I don't want to say more connected, but it's just like there's like this is definitely about like love addiction in the way you just I never really even thought about it like that until you said it specifically, but just like, you know, there's just like there's just like 80 different kinds of renditions of love on this album that really just pop out, because like that's kind of what love is, you know, like it takes you through literally every emotion you could possibly feel. Like
That's
it's
what. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, but what is love? Like literally, you feel it's just like, cause like, is that though? Like, if it, I don't know. It like, yeah, there's challenges, but you have to be more specific. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
yeah.
love is like super hard ups and like super crazy downs and ups and downs, and like it's not. I feel like it's not confusion. It's definitely like, it should be like comfortable. It should feel. I feel like it should feel boring as fuck. Like, you feel me? Like it should be like,
Yeah, like
damn,
stable.
yeah,
Like
like so relaxed, damn. Because otherwise, you gonna notice how much you craving like that intensity. But it's like I don't feel like it gotta be like that. You feel me? You really don't have to be like,
yeah, I agree. No, I agree 100%, because you know, like you know, like stability is not a thing that you can always get, but it's like like stability is tight. You know, like things don't, and you know, like that comes down to the conditioning that we were just talking about. Like we're, you know, like we're conditioned to think that love is either all the way up there or all the way down here. Like, you know, like we get fed that from the time we were born, you know? So like
damn,
it's like yeah.
shit
Mm,
crazy.
for real. And you know, like just your love of music always comes out in everything you do. But
Right.
I love this particular like blend of, there's a lot of drum and bass on here, which I wasn't expecting.
For real.
And I love drum and bass. I'm kind of going through a phase. I've been going through a phase since like last April. So like to
For real.
see you, yeah, like to see you tap in. Yeah, like I've been listening to a lot of Tokyo Pill lately. I don't know
Mm.
if you know who Tokyo. Yeah, like, I've been listening to a lot of Tokyo Pill. So like to see, to like hear a song like Ghost and just like to hear the drums come in, I was like, you know, like it just hit in that right way. I just like, why drum and bass? Because I don't know that I've ever heard you go down that avenue before, and it just caught me by surprise. Like because that's like a real like that's like one of the main sounds you hear across this whole album that I think is really dope.
I guess so, huh? I mean, I've been coming into that shit for a long time. I mean,
I
I
figured.
like even I just, it's just now. I feel like usually when I be making beats, I usually be doing that shit. I don't know. But because I like, you feel me? I went back to my SoundCloud shit and I was just listening to my SoundCloud shit. And I was just like, damn, like, I was doing this shit though. Feel me? Like 2018, I was running the drum and bass up on my little SoundCloud. You feel me? It's like, you feel me? Like it's not like
Yeah,
I
that's fair.
so I was just like, okay, like, but then I'm like, okay, like, yeah, I just feel like the pace right now inside myself is like there in this current state. Like I feel like that. But it's also funny because now that it's out, I kind of almost don't feel like that.
You felt like that at one point,
Yeah,
clearly.
I felt like that. So
Like,
I was like, okay, like I'm gonna have to like tap into that point of myself again. Like, okay, a lot of times. It's gonna be lit though. I'm gonna be
right.
excited. Actually excited. But yeah. I
I
don't
love
know.
that. And and no, that's fair that you say that, because nah, you're right. Like you did used to run up a lot of drum and bass shit. I was just like, for some reason, when I was prepping for this, I've just been so caught up on Couldn't Wait to Tell You in this that I
I
didn't
think
even think to
also
go all the way.
because I knew it would be fucking polarizing as well. Like, I'm all down for the double-edged sword, you feel me? The polarizing situations.
Right.
Like, ooh, wait, whoa. What air? What air? I thought you was chilling. You know, it's funny, like, I've been meeting people and I've just been outside and shit, and like I feel like every time somebody like spends enough time with me, like even if it's like an hour or something, like you feel me, like the thing they always say is like, you're so calm. And I'll just be like, what? Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it's been tripping me out, but like, oh, you're so calm. Like, oh, you're so like, you seem like you're not tripping or nothing. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, damn, is that really what it's giving? Because honestly, inside, I'm tripping right now. You feel me? Like, I just be like, maybe I am calm, but like, I just feel like there's a ball inside of me and it's just like always like reverberating. It's just like always shaking and shit. That's how I feel. And it's not even like anxious, like anxiety and shit. It's just like,
It's just like restless, kind
yeah.
of. Like, see, I'm the exact same way. I'm the like exact same way. Like people tell me all the time, like, "Oh, you seem like so chill. Nothing really bothers you," and it's like, you don't know, like it really, and like not even in terms of like anxiety, but I get you just kind of feeling like, like restless and just like, not even energetic, but just like I need to, like you're thinking about different shit and like wanting to do different things, even if you like I
Mm-hmm.
feel you. I I know exactly what you're talking about.
That shit is a lot to deal with day to day. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, that's why we create. Like, you got to put that energy somewhere, son. Like,
but the crazy part is, it's like after I do some shit like this, I don't even be doing nothing. I just kind of let my brain settle a little bit. You feel me? I'm like, okay, we just have to kind of express a lot of big emotions.
yeah.
I felt like a younger version of myself. Like, all right, like we just did a lot, Miss Ma'am. Like, just take it easy. It hasn't been that long. It's okay. Like, take your time.
Right.
Stay busy. But yeah,
And when I talked to you for Couldn't Wait to Tell You back in 2020, I remember you told me that you don't really like structure very much. And yeah, I was gonna ask if you still feel that way. It seems like you might not, because you just laughed at that. I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about that 3 years later?
I don't know what I meant by that. I I wonder why I said that. I don't like structure. Maybe I was trying to fool myself. But in songs, I mean, like shit. I guess not though. You feel me? I mean, it's my structure. I think that's
Yeah.
so. Now that I feel like more established within myself, like maybe I feel more structured. Like so. It's like now, like I don't know.
Yeah, and like the only reason I thought about that is because like listening to Girl in the Half Pearl, it's like, every like the thing I love about it, like I said before, is that everything just kind of like bleeds into each other, and there's like really awkward transitions that like feel good, like like not awkward in a bad way, but just like really
Mhm.
like jarring and sudden, like kind of like it was on the last one, but like it's just like you said, it's your own structure, like it feels unique to you, like it's like it almost like wouldn't be a Live album if I wasn't being like dragged from if I wasn't being dragged from a song like like From Snowing to Wild Animals. Like that's one I always think of. Like the transition between those two is so like just it's like a night and day difference.
You feel me? Like just trying to paint the picture.
Yeah. And it's great, you know, like
vigorously.
like you just, you know, like you like you make that it's you know, this is gonna sound cliche. You make that feel so smooth. Like you make that like sudden shit feel so smooth and it just like works. You know, like that's not easy to do. It's not easy to do without it feeling like, oh, you just didn't know what you wanted to do next. You know, it's not that. Like
yeah, that shit is actually a hard thing to do. I don't know. I just be like, okay, this feels like this. And then, you know, for the first time, I actually got somebody's opinion. Like right at the end, though. Like right at the end. Right before I turned it in. So it's like, all right. Man, look, let's switch one song. Yeah. All right, cool. Nice.
right, like and yeah, like this and like it's just it's so I love the and like I love that structure and I love the sequencing of it, like just the way that every like I can't imagine listening to these songs in any other order, and
Dang.
that doesn't and you're like that doesn't happen for me a lot these days. Like there are like some you know there are like some projects where I'm like I could throw this on shuffle if I really wanted to, you know, which I typically don't, because like when I'm listening to projects I like to listen front to back, if unless I just like want to hear specific songs. But like this I can't imagine this album being played in any other order, and that's cool.
Thank you, for real. Appreciate that shit, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it. I don't know. I feel like I made it to where you can't really listen to one song without listening to the rest of the song. Yeah. Hopefully,
Right.
hopefully that's what's happening.
That's how it is for me. It is kind of there's a 3-track run from 6 weeks to Ghost to Find Out, like that, like those, like I can't
Yeah,
not listen to all three of those like in one time, you know,
makes the most sense.
like
5 minutes of your time, you know.
yeah. I love it, you know. It's a nice little serotonin hit. It feels good and it sounds good.
Thank you, man, for real.
Yeah, no, totally. No doubt. And on top of that, you know, like as a producer, you know, like you've obviously been producing forever, and
Not really.
oh, have you not? I feel like you've been producing for a pretty long time.
I guess so. I just feel like I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just be like, yeah.
No, I get it.
I'm like, it'd be hard to like claim that shit because I'm like, I feel like I don't know. I gotta get better at that shit. I need Miss
You
mentor me.
you said you need somebody to mentor you?
I need Missy Elliott to mentor me.
Oh hell yeah. Nah. I mean at this point maybe you can make that happen. Like
Right.
she's one of the greats, son. Like
That
of all of this shit. Like
I'd be like, I already work at home, but you know, like
but I bring that up because as a producer, I feel like I ask this of everybody who like performs, like who like sings or raps and produces,
mm-hmm.
like does does producing ever influence the way that you sing or songwrite,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa? Okay, yeah, because like y'all see the world different. Like you know, like singer, rapper, producers, like y'all see the world different. Like you're seeing it from both sides, and not everybody does. So
Right. I mean, I feel like the voice is already the instrument, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
just want to make sure that we're all being cohesive in our instrumentation. That's how I feel when I'm making a song. Like, all right, keys, bass. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop. What was your favorite song to like produce on this album? Like, what's your, like, if you had to pick like one or two, what would be like your favorite beats on this album that are like, that's me, I did that shit?
Probably Our Father. I mean, like, I did a lot of songs though, but I had a lot of help. But Our Father is probably my favorite one off of all of them. Just because it feels very much like a version of myself I know very well. I'm like, oh yeah.
No, I get that. It's a really good one. It hit me different listening to it this morning. Just like I don't know why it was that one specifically, but like I kind of like I locked in with that in a different way this morning than I did all the other times I'd heard it. Can I tell you mine real quick?
Yeah.
Fucking No New News is my favorite beat on this project.
Thanks. I actually like that song too, for real.
like listen, you know, like listening to this all the way through, it was at the point where I was thinking like, this is my favorite song. No, this is my favorite song. No, this is my favorite song. Like,
that was out Chris Keys.
For real, yo. Chris Keys is...
Listen, so yeah, I got a sound pack with a bunch of Chris Keys stuff. Shouts out Chris Keys, so nice. That's his chords. Bro's crazy. I love
he's
Chris.
Different, bro.
I love Chris Keys, bro.
He just won a Grammy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, him and Quelle just won for fucking the Lizzo album.
Hey, come on. It's about damn time.
Yeah, for real. Like, ugh. Yeah, no, Chris Keys is super duper different. I didn't realize those were his. That's dope. I love that.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I'm gonna make more commentary about that.
Shit. And the very last thing I want to ask you before we formally wrap on this is I want to talk about the cover, because I feel like I haven't really seen you talk about this cover very much. Like when I first saw the image, it's just like, because you know, like the album's called Girl in a Half Pearl, and when I think of the half pearl, I really hope I'm thinking of the right thing. I think like whenever I think of pearls, I think of like the pearl in a clam, you know, like when like the clam opens up and then like the pearls in there. I just am like, I see this cover and you just kind of hunched all over, and I just imagine that like you're like the pearl in the clam. I don't think that was I don't is that what you were going for? Like,
kind of. Like, I feel like that's what it's giving for sure. Yeah, we could say that's what I was going for. Definitely. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like. Like, if you really like think about it, you could put that image in a pearl and it would probably look exactly like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like a locket or some shit. Yeah, totally.
You feel me? Like, I don't know. It was just like, yeah, girl in the half pearl. Girl in the half pearl. Like, I feel like when you're in your mom's belly, you're in a half pearl.
See, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
You know, like that. Just thinking about shit like that.
Like, I just love the way it looks, and like the shade of purple, and just like how, like, it's such a cramped photo. Like I can feel like my body gets tight looking at it. It's like in a good way, but like just like where did the idea come from? Like how did it come together? Like, yeah, I'm so curious about that.
Yeah, I just linked with Sin Q in Oakland, and Mejiwan, Flat Spot. You feel me? Like,
shout out.
Did the Ghost video. We was also shooting photos for the cover and shit. And yeah, we just put a bunch of ideas together. We just brainstorming, and it was like, okay, do this, do that. Yeah, initially that photo was like red, I think. Right. But then I was like, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit much. It looked kind of crazy. I was like,
It's
jarring.
giving Ganja and Hess a little bit with
Yeah,
the red.
too much, too
Right.
obvious. And I was just like, the blue one, it's cooler. You feel me? I like the meaning behind like blue auras and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah. Sure. Like,
yeah.
no, I don't feel like I'll ever be thinking too hard over shit. You feel me? I feel like the meaning always comes after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's tight, like like there doesn't always have to be like a 12-step plan to making some shit. You just kind of put some shit together that's dope, and then you just kind of put the meaning on it after. I fuck with that too.
No.
Not that my opinion's the one that really matters, but like
Thanks. It though, for real. For real skis.
Oh, definitely. And very last question. Liv, if your life was a movie, what would it be about?
Aw. Yeah. Oh man, wait. Hold on, you gotta give me a second to formulate this.
Yeah, take your time.
Oh man. Okay. It'd probably be. Oh my god, wait. Cause I'm always like doing too much of this. But oh wait. So it would be kind of like if my life was a movie, would it be a lot about this is the thing. Okay, wait, I'm trying to stay on topic. It would be about a young woman that works at a record store and ends up with like I don't know. She just figures out how to do something crazy. Something crazy just happens, and she ends up with like $500,000.
Yeah.
And then she literally changes her life with that shit, and it just flips everything around, and just gets like hella wealthy, and just like you feel me? Yeah. It would just be on some like super crazy arc shit, but it would also be almost like Boomerang, but not really like Boomerang. You feel me? Like, but it would look like Boomerang, but not like Boomerang. But it would also look like being Mary Jane.
Okay. And
but not like being Mary Jane, because I don't want to be a TV broadcaster.
right.
At least.
And like you said all of that just now, and before you said being Mary Jane, the first you ever see Queen Latifah's The Last Holiday?
Yeah. What did she do?
Because like what? What did she do? What did like what she do in the movie?
Yeah, what happened in that movie?
So I forget where she worked, but like she worked somewhere, and then she had I think she had she like passed out or had like a stroke or something, and she was told by the doctors that she only had like 6 months to live. So she decided to fucking empty out her savings and just like go live life, and she like goes to Europe and like rents out. I think she might have also come into some bread too. I can't remember. But like she came in, she had some money to go do like crazy. She goes to Europe, she like rents out this nice ass loft and like has like a whole like whirlwind romance with like a doctor and shit.
Type
And
shit.
like
I mean,
yeah.
like go up hard as fuck. Like just go up. But like the leveling of it like the crash of it, I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, you lost your red, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like that. It would just be like, or not even like, oh, you die. It's more just like, oh, maybe you out were like you learn how to deal with outgrowing things. You feel me? Like things were learned in these drastic experiences that were so gracefully experienced.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't. No more trauma. No more trauma. Thanks.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah, nah, let's just get in our bag and have Queen Latifah fun. Like, yeah, that's
what I'm trying to be on. I'm pretty sure every Black woman in this world is trying to be on the same shit, damn near. Or they just trying to enjoy what they have.
right. And that's what y'all deserve.
Period.
Let me say that. That's what y'all deserve.
Period.
You know, Black man to Black woman, that's what y'all deserve. Like
Happy Black History Month for
happy fucking Black. It's the last. This isn't coming out for like 2 weeks, but happy Black History Month is going until mid-March. Fuck it. Happy Black History.
Yeah.
Yo, Liv, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the music and your perspective, and just like, I really love the way you approach all this stuff, and it's just yeah, nah, I appreciate it. I don't even know what else to say. Just thank you for taking the time to talk to me. Like, I'm just a person. It means a lot.
I really appreciate that shit. It was nice talking to you.
Nah, thank you. Shit. Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the Black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.